We will go back now to the speaker vote and continue our coverage on Israel-Hamas in just a moment. So the third vote for Speaker of the House is underway. Jim Jordan just lost. We'd like to welcome now Julia Manchester, national political reporter from our partners at The Hill. Julia, thank you so much for joining us for this breaking news. 6 votes. Yeah, good morning. 6 votes against, it sounds like. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I've seen. And, this isn't coming as a surprise. I think we knew that Jordan did not have the votes to get through. And this was, I don't want to call this a suicide mission because I think he's going to keep on trying to get those votes. But it comes after there was a bit of an about face from Jordan yesterday. He said that he would consider, getting behind a push to give Speaker Pro Tem, the temporary Speaker, Patrick McHenry, some expanded powers. Of course, this comes as President Biden is going to send that $100 billion aid package for Ukraine and Israel to Congress. And then, of course, there's this looming government shutdown. But then we saw a number of conservatives, Jordan allies, say, no way, we want you to try again. So it looks like we're sort of back in this situation of Groundhog Day, really. Really reminds me of January of this year when we saw Kevin McCarthy go through 15 rounds of voting until he got the speakership vote. The difference this time is that, like I said, the stakes are higher with the war in the Middle East and the looming government shutdown. But also, there's quite a bit of ill will between a lot of these more establishment, moderate members of the House conference and Jim Jordan. I mean, we've talked about some of those death threats that members like Marionette Miller Meeks has received. And we know that a lot of these Republicans do not like the way that Jim Jordan has pressured them or sort of strong-armed them in terms of supporting them. So he's made a lot of enemies, and that's what's showing up here on the House floor.
Julia, how do you think this will impact what we'll be seeing over the weekend here? Are you anticipating more votes happening then? I know there's been talk of that.
There has been talk of that, and it seems like a lot of Jordan allies and Jordan supporters would like that to happen. But, at the same time, you have to think about how this looks to the American public. Remember, in roughly a year, all of these House Republicans will be facing re-election as well as House Democrats. But a number of these House Republicans are facing really uphill battles in some of their districts. And, I wrote about earlier in The Hill this week how in some of these districts you have a Mike Lawler, for example, who has, gone against Jim Jordan, voted against him, and a number of other swing district Republicans have done the same. And you've even seen some of these swing district Republicans who have voted for Jordan. They've said, we need to at least expand the powers of Patrick McHenry in the meantime. So essentially what this does is this gives the green light to Democrats to make ads, to create messaging that says to the American people, look, your government isn't functioning right now. There is a roadblock in the House because of internal bickering between the GOP. Would you like that, or would you like us? They're already telegraphing that they are going to do that. So the sooner Republicans can unite on this front, whatever that looks like, that's going to be politically better for them.
All right, Julia Manchester, appreciate your analysis as always. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.